Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to another edition of Extra Time Meet the Team right here on FA Euro TV in collaboration with the Eastern Observer and the Blackjack Media Group, alongside our newest forward and 5'10", 170-pound forward out of Luano, Italy, Cesare Marconi. I'm Joey Jarzynka. I cannot thank you all enough for joining us here on another fantastic edition of Extra Time Meet the Team. We are just now 7 days away from our first USL League Two first team contest on the road, taking on Westchester Flames. The first time that FA Euro will be taking on Westchester, dating back to 2013, ever since the remodeling of all of the divisions. FA Euro has been a part of the Mid-Atlantic Division, followed by the Metropolitan Division, that then took them apart or took them away from certain teams that are closest to them, such as AC Connecticut, Westchester Flames, etc. So now Cesare Marconi will be back and playing against this Westchester Flames team for the first time since 2013. And Cesare, welcome to our podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. And how are things with you?
Thank you so much for starters, to have me here. And I mean, it's been a very interesting week. I've been here in New York for a week now. We started to practice on Monday. And I'm very excited. I'm very eager to begin this new experience, and looking forward to get to know better FAU as a club in general. And nothing. Looking forward as you said, for the next game that is going to be in 7 days, and looking forward to have a great season, and to try to bring FA Euro at the highest as possible. Try to win every game as possible and try to do our best.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and especially just 2019 FA Euro finished with 11 points on the season. They did so well in that final season just before the COVID-19 pandemic shut down 2020. There was no play. 2018 they finished with 9 points, same as 2017. So there was signs of improvement from those couple of years, just a couple of years ago. Hopefully, better numbers there as we go along. So. We brought up COVID-19 just about 10 seconds ago, Cesare, and talk about your experience. How was it? How are you? How is your family? Is everyone healthy?
Yes, I mean, God bless, everybody's healthy, fortunately. And when COVID first happened, I was at UMBC, which is where I used to play before I transferred to Barry for my master. So I was in Baltimore, finished my spring season with the team. And then when everything happened, fortunately I had a friend of mine who decided who invited me to go in Pennsylvania with him, to stay away from the city, to stay away from Baltimore, because I didn't feel like that traveling back to Italy when everything started would have been wise. So most of my quarantine is spent with my friend in Pennsylvania. Try to stay away from troubles. Try to stay inside as much as possible. In Pennsylvania is very much countryside. So it was honestly the best possible solution for me, especially considering how bad the situation was in Italy. But after that, in the summer, the things in Italy fortunately got a little bit better. And then I decided to flew by back in Italy, where I spent most of my summer. And then once the fall 2020 got canceled at UMBC, I just decided to stay home until December and finish my degree online, because it was my last semester. And then right after that, thanks to YesWe College again, I was able to land at Barry University, where I just got here in January, and to get my master, to get my MBA. So it's fairly new. So COVID was honestly very troubling, but it brought me so many new experiences, so many new things. So I tried just to get the best out of it.
Not only you tried to get the best out of it, but also you basically gave us a little bit of a tour of your life since really March of 2020. And you had brought up about your time at UMBC, and just to give a few statistics out there to some of the folks that are watching, You played in 2018, the 2018-19 season, 20 games played. You started 12 of those. You led the team with 14 points. You had 5 goals, which was a team best. You also helped with 4 assists, and 2 out of the 5 goals that you scored were game winners against big-time colleges, against Rutgers University in the Big Ten, as well as now Hartford, which they are right now in the America East. They will be now moving down to Division III in a few years. But those 2 goals, they both came in overtime. 2 goals against Rutgers, and on top of it, you were named America East second team all conference. That's some pretty good stuff, especially after you came from a Division II school, which we'll get to in a little bit. But you just continued to improve and improve and improve, and eventually you were recognized by the America East. Talk about your time at UMBC and more specifically on the men's soccer team.
Yeah, I was saying I used to play at UMBC, which was like this Division I school in Baltimore. That after my season in Division II, my freshman season in Division II, they were very interested in me. Thanks to ESP College, I was able to land there, and I was very excited to go because it was a huge step from Division II to Division I. So for me, it was like a very new experience. And since when I started in August and I got to Baltimore, in my mind there was only winning. Try to get the best out of it. Improve, help the team. Raise the level and show everybody that even though I was coming from Division II, that was just like a way to say, that Division II, Division I doesn't really matter. If I thought I was a good player, I could fit there. So I got there to give my best. And fortunately, actually, my first season in 2018 was very successful as a team. I think, and also personally, because as you mentioned, statistically had like some good numbers. And then the America East also recognized as all conference in the second team. So for me it was a very successful season. And as a team, we made it to the championship final, where we only fell to UNH, who was actually and still today is a very good team. So there's obviously a little bit of regrets from the season because we could have honestly we could have bring home the ring, and make it to the NCAA, but they were ready, so we lost the final at the end. So other than that, I thought it was a very successful season. Following through the next season, 2019, unfortunately I was only able to play 3 games because I got injured from the beginning. I had like an inflammation of my hip flexor, and I was never able to get back at it. And unfortunately, that was a shame for me, because that was without me knowing that was my last season at UMBC, because COVID happened. So that was a little bit of my time at UMBC, but it was a great experience, because I was able to go from Division II to Division I, see the level, and try to compare how is it in Italy and how is it in the US, Division I. So it was a very exciting time, and honestly, I'm very happy that I had the chance to go there.
For all of those young, aspiring professional football players that are out there, you just heard exactly what Cesare did. And I think personally, just off the cuff here, Cesare, I'm going to tell you this. That is one of the smartest things I've personally ever heard, where you really took the time and you went from Montevallo, where you started 18 games. You played in a total of 18 games. You had 22 points, 10 goals. You were also named second team All-South Region by United Soccer Coaches. And you were ranked, or your team was ranked third. No, you were ranked third, in the Gulf Coast Conference in goals. Gulf South Conference, in goals. And you earned first team All Gulf South Conference and was named Freshman of the Year. So you went from Division II to Division I. Now you're going back to Division II, but now you're beginning to see what this is all about with American soccer. And you can take that information and do whatever you want with it when you go back home to Luano, Italy, and really make eventually a life out of it. But you're able to see what American soccer is like. All those aspiring athletes out there, listen to this interview once more after we're done here, because Cesare really hit the nail on the head. A lot of people don't do that. Talk about also your time starting at Division II and how you got here from Italy.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like it's a very interesting story, I believe, because coming from Italy is always like a journey. And back in 2017, when I had the chance, I was playing in 4th division in Italy, and Nicolò, which is like the founder of Yes We College, which is the agency who helps Italian guys to find scholarship solution to study and play soccer in the US, was playing with me in 4th division. And and he was like, one day as a joke, he was like, would you like to go in the US? And I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know about the possibility of going there, because 2016, 17, it wasn't really like that much of a thing from Italy, like to go and study abroad in the US in particular. So he explained me about everything. I was like, yes, let's do it. I was like very eager, very excited. I was like, absolutely. I said yes right away. And then, so nothing, thanks to Yes We College, we started the process. And, I had to go through some English exam and stuff and prepare my highlight video. And, I was able to land Montevallo University of Montevallo in Division II in Alabama. They were very interested, and I was like, didn't really know much about anything. I was just like so happy to go. And, my journey started. I graduated from high school on July the 4th. And August the 1st, I already left. I left and I went to Birmingham, Alabama, and then right after to Montevallo, Alabama, where I spent my first freshman year. Where it was amazing. Like you just go there in a new world, new state, new everything, new language, new teammates, new culture. And to be fair, we had a very successful season as well, I think. Again, personally, I think I did well that season. Lots of recognition from the conference, so that was very good. But obviously, that only comes if the team works with you. Otherwise, you can never get anywhere by yourself. You play 11 v 11 on the field. There's only a few players that can do everything by themselves. So I think we lost only in the semifinal to the one who eventually won the whole thing. And they were like on a 4, which was at University of West Alabama. I had no rest for that reason. It was very interesting. It was an amazing experience. But talking to Yes We College, they saw they thought that as a player I had a chance to go Division I. So that's what I tried to do. I was like, I don't see why I should stop here. Let's keep going. And then they helped me out, and many teams were interested, and UMBC was the one that I liked the most. I was more interested, and I thought it would have been the best solution for me. So I just said, let's go.
There's no doubt about it. And again, with those numbers, there's no reason why UMBC would not pick up the phone to call you, and they made the wise move. And now, with Barrett University upcoming, and you're going there for your master's, you are a graduate student. Really crazy stuff. Now, the biggest question that I have here is that I'm a master's student myself, and really to see how you are going to be playing summer soccer or summer football, as well as taking master's classes, and then you're going to be playing soccer come the fall as a graduate student. Cesare, talk about how the academics as well as the physical work and the time management, talk about how that all fits together. How do you make that work?
Honestly, for me, the academic side is very important, which is at first, this is the main reason why I left Italy, because Italy, the tension that is behind soccer, unfortunately, does not let you do academics and athletics. It does not let you, So for me, it was a matter of choosing to try to follow the dream to becoming a soccer player in Italy, which is really tough, obviously.
Yes.
And give up on school. But I was like, there is no way I can do this. That's not who I am. I always give a lot of importance to academics. So thanks to Yes We College, I was able actually to come here and be a student athlete, so get academics experience as well as athletics experience. and I have no regrets for leaving Italy. I'm very happy because I'm getting my education while also being like a student athlete. So I think it's just like amazing. You really get to do. You really have the complete package. Like studying athletics, social life. It's amazing. To be fair though, it has been challenging, because like soccer obviously for an athlete is like soccer, like it could be any sport. For an athlete is very important, like it gets most of your time, especially mentally. You're always focused on that, like, and sometimes you're tired mentally, sometimes you're tired physically, and then school hits as well, so like the most important thing is like try to manage the time. For me personally, like I always try to stay on top of my things, always try to do, especially academic stuff, try to stay on top of my homework or on top of my exams, never like leave anything behind, try to keep the grades high, because it's also important, and get the best education, while also not giving up anything on the field, because that's what student athletes is, that's what the life I decided to pursue, and there's no reason for me like to give up on any of them, because if I'm a student athlete, that means I can do both. That means I can study, that means I can get good grades, and I can also that also means like on the field, I can get great results, and honestly, to be fair, like at the end, when I'm gonna be done with school and I'm gonna be done with college career, I'm gonna look back and gonna be like, I have no regrets. I've done something very full. I was always on the go, and I'm happy. I never wasted any time, and that will leave me absolutely no regrets for sure.
Yeah, and something else also that they do say in the NCAA, I don't know if they say it to student athletes, but I know they say it on the administration side of things. There's always life after sports.
Absolutely.
And when you get older, you always have to have that backup plan. And it's very evident here that Cesare has everything lined up once his football career is complete. Really good stuff there. And I'm sure that everyone has, that question, especially when they see this on Italian TV or anything along those lines. And, and they translate this, our conversation here. How did you find Yes We College?
Well, again, it was like honestly crazy because like I was in Italy, like playing a team not too far from my house.
Yeah.
And again, one day, Nicolò Baudo, which is like the founder,
Yes.
was just in my team, and he actually just came there like the first year. So we were both new. And,
right.
And then I remember that we were like on a preseason retreat,
Yep.
and like we were in the same room, but we didn't know each other, We only had like a week of practice, and then after like later a week of practice, we're in the same room in the hotel, waiting like for practice and stuff. It was like, would you like to go in the US? And I'm like, what? I'm like, that would be amazing. And then he explained me what Yes We College is,
right.
what great project is behind Yes We College, what they can do to like change your life and future, And I was like, literally at the moment he explained me everything, not even like an hour after, I said, let's do it. And that was August, September. So we didn't even basically started the season. I was like, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Like there's no doubt that I'm gonna do in that. Let me finish with my high school. Let me finish with this season here in the division where I'm gonna give everything I have, and then let's go, let's fly. And I started the process right away. And fortunately, nowadays going to the US, especially from Italy, for student athletes is like much more possible. Like because it's expanded, and many more students and athletes in Italy are like they consider the options to go to the US just because like they see what are the opportunities in the US, like the facilities, the life, the academics is just amazing, So every athlete in Italy is like, I want to do both. I want to study, I want to have an experience, and I want to also be a soccer athlete. Let's do it. So that's why, Yes We College is just an amazing project and club.
Yeah, Yes We College, ladies and gentlemen, is a proud partner of FA Euro New York. For more information, please visit our website, faeuro.com, for more details. And also, Nicolò Baudo is also an operations guy for us as well. He's also a coach for us as well. at FA Euro New York. So really cool stuff there. Ladies and gentlemen, Barry University forward Cesare Marconi. We're not finished just yet, but let's get things started here now with FA Euro side of things. And now that the summer is slowly creeping upon us here, Cesare, as we said in the Open, 7 days away from the first contest against Westchester Flames. And then, as everyone can see on the bottom ticker, you can see the first 4 games on our schedule for the first team. USL League 2 side will be opening their season against Westchester Flames, 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time next Wednesday. And then they will be coming home to Calvert-Vaux Park, Verrazano Sports Complex, just alongside the Belt Parkway on Saturday, May 22nd. That will be happening, or the contest will be kicking off at 8 p.m. Eastern Time against new expansion team side, FC Motown, for USL League 2. So really cool stuff there upcoming. And now that we brought those things up, Cesare, FA Euro New York, you're finally here. You're in New York. You're in the biggest city in the world. In the midst of a pandemic, you are going to be a part of a squad that is going to be restarting for the first time in nearly 725 days. That is some crazy stuff, and you're going to be on that squad. There is also plenty of players and alum for FA Euro that have moved on to bigger and better things, and you could possibly be on that list. What is it for FA Euro that you're going to really try and accomplish while you're here?
Well, this is not my first experience in a summer league team, so I already have like an year of experience. So I think that the first priority should be build chemistry, and there's lots of new players, people that come from all over, people who come from like international areas in the US, So I think that the first priority, which is what we're doing right now, is like build the chemistry, know each other, know who's on my right side, who's on my left side, who's in front of me, who's back of me. And most importantly, I need to know who got my back when I need it most, and who I can rely on. It's very important. So having said this, I think this is like the main important point. And then other than that, I think that our goal should just be winning. I think the quality is there. We've been practicing for like almost a week, and there's a lot of quality. There's a lot of players that can do well, and I think that the USL2 is like can be like a great stage for people like to show their skills and to try to look for the future. If someone wants to become a soccer player, like a professional player, For me personally, FA Euro is a great experience. I have a chance like to live in New York and represent one of the most important teams in New York. So I'm just excited and I'm ready to give everything I have, and hopefully with the team we can do. We can win. We can just win. We can play well. We can win and just bring home something, and add some experience to my to whatever I've done in my life. And then if greater things like going professional is gonna happen, it's just gonna happen, and I'm ready for that. But as right now, I'm very focused with FAU and try to build chemistry. And 7 days away from the first game, we're just ready, and we're not gonna give up anything. We can't. The season is relatively short. It's only 2 months and a half. It's not like a 10-month season where you can give up something. So we have to be ready. We will be ready, and we're just gonna be right there to play, to win, and to compete. And we're not gonna give up anything.
Little personal facts about Cesare Marconi, ladies and gentlemen. We do want to end our conversation or end Extra Time Meet the Team off with 3 personal questions, and we will be doing this with every single interview that we conduct. We did it just a few days ago with Antonio Santos, just a few days ago, and now we're going to continue doing that with our good friend Cesare here right now. So, Cesare, let's do 3 interesting facts, and the first fact that I need to know here, and everyone wants to know, is your favorite music. What is it that you listen to?
When I was in Italy, it was mostly Italian music, but since I got to the US, I got to love hip hop and rap. Mostly I like artists like Travis Scott, Drake, Roddy Ricch. Those are my favorite ones. So I mostly listen to hip hop and rap. That's really what I like the most. But sometimes I also keep track of what's happening in Italy with the music scene.
That's right. Always like to go home and listen to a few classics there. How about any favorite hobbies outside of soccer? What do you do outside of soccer?
Well, I love skiing and snowboarding. In Italy, I don't live far away from the Alps. And every time I have like, every year, normally my family take a trip for like about 10 days. And since when I was a kid, I always loved to go ski and snowboarding. And even though I was in Baltimore, I never had the chance to go ski and snowboarding. But I look forward like to do that in the U.S. as well.
Yeah, not only that too, but also if you were to go north here in the United States, you can go to Vermont, you go to New Hampshire,
Yeah.
you can even go to upstate New
Mhm.
York to the Appalachian Mountains. So really, really good stuff there. And you've got a ton of places here on the northern part of the country too. One final question here for you, Cesare. Your favorite TV show whenever you're tucked in at night? What do we watch?
I am big time fan since I got to the US of The Office. That's just an amazing TV show. I probably watched it like 20 times over. Like I'm not lying. I watched the whole thing like more than 20 times. It's just crazy. I just love the show. I love Steve Carell. Love the whole scene. And I started like I was like probably like 2018 when I was in Baltimore. Someone showed that to me. I was like, oh, that's just amazing. So I started watching. I keep watching it, and even if right now it's not on Netflix anymore, it's on Peacock. I had to get the subscription right away. So that's
You gotta follow it wherever it goes, right?
hands down the best show I've ever seen. And yeah,
All
hands
right.
down.
Well, that's pretty good there. So for all of the Office fans out there, Cesare is with you on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, forward from Loano, Italy, Cesare Marconi, 5'10", 170-pound forward out of Barry University, formerly at UMBC. Cesare, thank you so much for joining me here this evening on Extra Time Meet the Team, and I look forward to meeting you on Wednesday the 19th.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a
All right.
pleasure. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, just before you go, Cesare, for all of those that want to know the entire schedule for the USL League 2 side, make sure you visit faeuro.com for more details. The first contest, as we have continuously said, is Wednesday, May 19th, starting at 7:30 Eastern Daylight Time, and that can be seen on uslleague2.com. Also, May 22nd, which is Saturday, FA Euro will be taking on FC Motown, 8 p.m. Eastern Time from Calvert Vaux Park. Everyone can come to that. There are no COVID restrictions there in the park. Ladies and gentlemen, one final time, Cesare Marconi, I'm Joey Jarzynka. For Extra Time, Meet the Team, for all of us at FA Euro New York, as well as the Blackjack Media Group and the Eastern Observer, we'll see you next time.